watching The 9.
Is there a secret strategy to getting the best deal on a new car? Lindsberg Pettway Jr. of Feldman Chevrolet here now with the advice you need before you head to the dealership. Lindsberg, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
The cost of buying a car feels like it is going very, very high. If somebody comes to you and says, Mr. Pettway Jr., what are 3 things that I need to know before I head to the dealership, what would you tell them?
I think the 3 things you need to do is kind of check your credit score. Make sure you get an accurate reading on what your credit is and what it stands for. Set a realistic expectation on the actual price or your budget.
You mean the $250 car payment doesn't...
It doesn't exist unless you put the money down or we find the right vehicle for you.
Okay, so credit score, realistic price.
And the total ownership, the total cost of ownership, which includes your insurance, your maintenance, your gas costs, even if you have to put a larger down payment to get to that $250 payment.
How important is shopping around? So many times we need something so quickly, we go to the dealership, the first thing we see, we buy it. How important is that to shop around?
Well, that's what I talk about in my playbook is you have to set a car buying timeline.
Let's get a look at this.
Yes.
Let's look at this. You wrote an entire playbook about this.
I'm a former athlete, so every game we had a playbook, so I created a playbook for my car buyers.
I love that,
yes.
And an educator as well, educating people on how to do that. So talk to me about time of the month people buy cars. Is there a method to that madness too for buyers?
There's a method. The end of the month would always take care of itself in our industry. So the end of the month we have certain numbers we want to hit so people come in. But also the first of the month, because we want to jump start and get things rolling. Also holidays, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day. Black Friday is huge. One year we sold almost 50 cars in one day.
Really?
One Black Friday, yes.
And you know, that's a great point about the end of the month. I think so many people think of the end of the month as a good time to buy, but the beginning of the month could be every bit as beneficial.
Or even better.
Yeah.
Because we get a new set of goals and we want to jump start at least that first 7 days of the month. That's critical as well.
Because of interest rates, because of the cost of cars, people are hanging on to their cars longer. I saw a recent study that was done that said the average age of a car on the road is around 12 years. So people are hanging on to their cars longer. What do you make of that?
That is true, and it might extend a little longer because of the certain push for EVs. Interest rates are up. People are a little nervous about spending their money. So if you take care of a car, you take care of the maintenance, get the tires rotated, changed, check the battery, you can maintain a vehicle for a certain period of time.
It's a great, you mentioned the EVs. The manufacturers are all pushing the EV sales. What are you seeing from the customer? Is that one question that you think people come in with the most? Like, what about the EV? What about the life of the battery, etc.? I'll
say within the last 18 months, we have more people interested in having a conversation, more people test driving the EVs. They look good. They're economical once you look at the incentives and the rebates that the manufacturers are pushing right now to get them out on the road. But you still have some clients who's like, I'm not going down that road because I want to travel. I don't want to have to stop and wait and plug a car up. I just want to get my Mountain Dew, my gas, and go.
But again, that education is something that people invite.
Definitely,
right?
definitely.
Absolutely. All right, where can people find you and how do people get their hands on this playbook? I love this idea.
Well, you can find me at Lindsberg for Real on TikTok and Instagram, and you can hit the link in my bio.
Far be it from me to not mention your Instagram and TikTok. Lindsberg for Real. Some of the most entertaining, educational videos out there right now if you're in the car buying sphere. Great job.
Thank you.
Pettway Jr., we appreciate you, sir. We are going to take a break. Come right back. Stephanie Mead with a look at the forecast, and we'll check in with you. Tag board.